Hello and welcome back to the Folklore Hiking Stick Workshop. I'm going to talk to you about something that happened to me last week, and it's resolved now, but it's something interesting and it's something relevant to my brand and a particular model of hiking stick I produce. So if you're wondering why I've got a black eye, I've had a drill kick back. It jammed in a piece of work and it kicked back at me and caught me in the face. I was wearing my ordinary glasses, which saved my eye, to be honest, from some real damage. But if I'd had safety glasses, I might not have even ended up with a black eye. It may have just taken all the pressure around there. So yet again, as I always say, think safe safety and wear correct safety equipment, use the correct tool for the right job, and as I always say, don't do what I do. But getting back to the topic in hand, it's not clickbait, the title to this video, because my hiking stick was branded as a weapon and it was taken off a selling platform for that very reason. The first I knew about it was when my wife Jamie said, "Oh, we've got a message saying that a particular hiking stick has been categorized as a weapon and taking off the selling site or delisted." So that led us to actually go into the site, look at it and try and find out what had happened. It didn't take very long to work out that the hiking stick in question was our bushwhacker model. Now, for those who may not know, I produce a heavy gauged stick or diameter of wood with a very low handle, and I'll explain why, with a nice generous thick copper tipped bottom. And the reason being is that it's built solely with intent to break open trails from brambles, stinging nettles, vegetation, and you're not repeatedly hitting the wood on the end, which will then split, damage and cause it to fray and ultimately make the stick non-serviceable after a while. Hitting the copper makes no difference, and if it does dent in, the wood underneath is just dented. It hasn't had the chance to burst open. So this has a purpose and a reason to be there. It's the part of the stick you use to clear the vegetation. The handle is designed to be in this configuration, not at the top, but slightly further down, because it's for holding like a golf club. This end is almost the fulcrum. This is where all the power and hold is delivered, and you use it like a scythe or a golf club. And you're swinging it in this manner, not overhead where you would have the handle back here or anything like that. It's quite simply this manner here. That's why it's designed like that. But in any case, this one here was picked up, and through the selling site's mechanism, they decided it was a weapon. So why do they call it the bushwhacker? Quite simply because in the UK, bushwhacker can refer, or is sometimes referring to strimmers or weed eaters, and bushwhacking is sometimes slang for going out clearing the garden of undergrowth and things like that. And I thought it had a kind of comical kind of application to this, sort of like giving it a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek message, really. The bushwhacker model basically meaning, for what I designed it to do, go out and clear undergrowth. In Australia, it kind of can mean somebody from the bush, possibly a fugitive or somebody living rough out in the bush. And in the States, I believe it kind of referred to kind of guerrilla war tactics, bushwhacking during the Civil War eras and things like that. So there has a wide meaning of, or connotation to the name bushwhacking. But bushwhacking also, you have the name whack at the end of it, and here in the UK, whack pretty much means hit or thump. So yeah, I've now decided, or I was thinking, should I stop making these after receiving that message that it was classified as a weapon? Well, this is designed for that purpose of clearing undergrowth. It's not lead loaded. It's not a hidden item like a stick that's been like metal rods placed inside, or it's been drilled and had hot lead loaded to hide the fact it has extra weight and inertia to make it a weapon. This is plainly visible. It's at the tip and it has one purpose, and that is to break open trails. So to get away from the name whack, I'm now going to call this model the Pathfinder. Quite simply because it has reference that you're basically breaking open a path and refinding it so you can continue on your way. It's kind of almost, you possibly would find it hard to believe that this would happen. After all, it's a hiking stick. You can see it's a hiking stick. None of my hiking sticks have ever been designed or manufactured to be weapons. And this has one sole purpose, like I keep saying, to break open trail. But somebody somewhere decided to classify it as a weapon. So we went through the appeals procedure, and thankfully at the end of it, somebody saw sense, and we've been able to sell these items back on the selling platform for what they are: a specialist tool or specialist hiking stick with one aim, and that is one aim only: to help you break open those trails and allow you to continue on your way. So I will send you, or I'll put on the end of this here, the actual correspondence we had saying that we'd won our appeal. But it's a sign of the time and a sign of the world, folks, that we live in. And yeah, obviously Bushwhacker kind of flagged up some kind of red like alert, so it's now being called the Pathfinder. And yeah, they will still be being manufactured. I did consider taking that model off the market, but yeah, it's back on the market and it's now called the Pathfinder. So I will hopefully have explained why I no longer do the Bushwhacker. It's still there, but it's called the Pathfinder. So yeah, I hope that was of interest to you guys, and a little bit of the trials and tribulations of a stick maker here in the UK. And yeah, that just shows how dangerous stick making can be. So in any case, it's only a short one just to give you this update, because I think it was fair and relevant to what happens in my workshop. And as I've started putting videos of my workshop and what's happening online, it would be disingenuous not to show you some of the things I have to deal with. So in any case, take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail.